Welcome to the ArmaniTalks podcast. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this podcast, I'm helping you level up your 5 soft skills: public speaking, storytelling, social dynamics, emotional intelligence, and creativity. 5 soft skills for you to change your life forever and skyrocket your confidence along the way. In today's episode, we're going to be breaking down 2 different kinds of leadership known as top-down and bottom-up. By the way, I'm not going to be getting too detailed with this. We're going to be covering the general gist. And there's a reason why I'm covering the generalities. I've normally seen that whenever leadership is being discussed, the details are being amplified a little too much. And once the details are being amplified a little too much, what happens is that we lose the predominant focus of leadership, which is to drive change. This is very similar to the person who's reading a book and is getting caught up in the little grammar errors and missing the idea of the book. We don't want to do that. So in a general way of understanding, top down is when there is a centralized figure that is telling others what to do, while with bottom up, there are individual components with decision-making faculties that are able to make decisions for the organization. And if you want to dumb it down a little bit more, top down, there's a level of centralization that's involved, while with bottom up, there's a level of decentralization that's involved. In this era, 2022, time of recording this podcast, I can say that decentralization is getting a lot of good publicity, while centralization is getting a lot of bad publicity. I think this is faulty thinking, especially if you're someone that is creating something. Let's say you have a large role in a business. Let's say you're someone that has a team that reports to you. You understand the nitty-gritty details, hopefully. Yes, decentralization is great. However, I still see a need for centralization in terms of setting the tone. The problem happens when the person or the entity that's responsible for centralization is getting a little too fancy with it. They're doing too much. Let me boil it down. For the centralization philosophy, otherwise known as top-down, the main thing, and I would even argue the only thing that they should be doing, is setting the theme for what should be done. That's it. Let's say you're writing a book. You can't necessarily know what sort of sentences, words, paragraph go into that book until you have a theme for the book. Is this a how-to guide? Is this a novel? Is this an autobiography? Give me the theme. And once you give me the theme, I'm capable of creating content out of it. That's what the top-down approach should be. This person should just be setting the theme. And you do that through having a vision. Now for bottom up, these are the individuals that bring that theme to life. Because without the theme, there's no direction. And without direction, you don't know who is a key player in the organization or who's just a waste of space. So for bottom up, once they have this theme, they hopefully have more conviction in the roles that they are doing. They know that my role is serving purpose to bring this theme into realization. This is how an author operates. Once they are clarified on that theme, every single word serves a purpose. And this is my 2 cents. I believe both types of leadership are needed. You need the top-down approach, centralization, to set the theme. And then you need the bottom-up approach in order to have individuals that know what the hell they're doing rather than just whining away. Combine the 2, and you are building an organization for the ages, one that cannot be broken down so easily. If you enjoyed today's talk and you want more practical insights like this into communication skills, leadership, and how to manage people, be sure to check out the Armani Talks free daily newsletter. In this newsletter, you will learn much more about public speaking, social skills, empathy, and much more. Join the tribe by checking out the link in the description box or going on ArmaniTalks.com/newsletter and signing up today. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks podcast, and I'll catch you next time.